Welcome back to Open Line. Tonight we are talking about signing up for the Affordable Care Act and trying to walk you through the process and answer your questions. I have Mary and Sharon here from Get Covered, Tennessee. They are filled with answers, and we have folks on the line waiting. So let's first get to Hazel. Hazel, thank you for being part of the show. What is your question?
Yes, ma'am. For the past few years, I haven't been eligible for the care that y'all have.
The Affordable Care Act?
Yes, ma'am. And my doctor says I need a letter of exemption. So do I just need to call them and get that letter?
So basically what he's asking you for, he's probably telling you that exemption number. There's an exemption number that you can turn into your tax preparer when it's time for you to do your taxes, so you won't get that penalty.
Well, my husband doesn't. He just gets Social Security disability, so he doesn't make enough to do taxes, they say.
Oh, okay.
Does your doctor just want proof that you're not eligible for insurance?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I just need the number or the,
We have to do an application to get that. You'd have to actually complete the application, and then once you submit the application, it will come back and give you what you're eligible for, and it will say that you're not eligible for the tax credits and that you have an exemption number. That may be what he's asking to see, but you'd have to complete an application to actually get that. That's your eligibility notice that he's asking for.
Okay. Do I need to call that number that y'all had up earlier, the 844-644?
If you want to sit down with the navigator, yes.
Yeah, you could also, since you're just doing it for the exemption, you could just call the marketplace directly. I mean, we normally don't recommend that, but if you know that you're not eligible and you just want the exemption, you could call the marketplace directly.
Okay, yes, because I know I'm not eligible because our income hasn't changed over the past several years since Obama was in. So, because he hasn't given a raise.
So is that it needs to be under that $12,000 mark?
For a household of two, it would need to be at $15,930 or above a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so Hazel, does that help you out? You need to call the marketplace. Do you have that number handy?
Yes, I do, if you're ready.
Okay.
It's not going to show up on the screen, sorry, but I can take it slow. It's 1-800 318
Yes, ma'am.
2596.
Okay.
So that's 1-800-318-2596.
And did you say it's $15,930?
Yes, $15,930 for a household of two.
Okay.
Now they need to be under that.
Above that. I'm sorry,
to not qualify.
To actually be eligible for.
Oh, okay. Yes.
But to get the exemption letter, she has to be under that.
So you need to make less than that as a couple. Okay.
All right then. Thank you.
Hazel, thank you very much. All right, let's jump to Ann. Ann is waiting patiently. Ann, thank you very much. What's your question? Oh, maybe I didn't punch Ann. I'm going to try this again. Ann, are you with us? Ann may have, we'll put it, oh, Ann's gone. So, anywho, we'll move on because we do have lots of questions here. So we've talked about January 31st. Got to do it by then. So please know that. And you do have the opportunity, even if you've selected your plan, to go back on and take a second look and even change at this point.
Before the 31st.
Before the 31st. Now, what if we had some carriers leave the marketplace, Blue Cross Blue Shield and United Healthcare, I think. So if you had that plan in 2016, what happened to you?
You should have started to receive some correspondence from the marketplace and the insurance carrier letting you know that your plan was going to end on December 31st.
Right.
If you had United Healthcare, they pulled out of the whole state of Tennessee. Blue Cross and Blue Shield is still in many of the more rural areas, but they did pull out of the Nashville area, Memphis, and Knoxville. So you should have received notice of that. But if maybe you moved and didn't report your address change, you may have missed that. What the marketplace did was go ahead and pre-select a plan that they felt was most similar to your old plan. So that new insurance carrier should have reached out to you and sent you some information about the new plan, including how much it would cost.
Were you automatically enrolled?
You had to pay the premium.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you
So you would
were
know
you
that.
didn't have to go back to healthcare.gov. You didn't have to call anybody. If you just paid that bill that they sent you, that's all you needed to do. But what we encourage everybody to do is to go back to healthcare.gov and look at your options,
Right.
because a lot of people found out that the plan they were kind of matched with maybe wasn't really the most similar to what they
Right,
had, or it was
right.
too expensive. And when they went back on healthcare.gov, they
some
were
better options.
happily surprised. So if you just found out your coverage ended, it's not too late to get a new plan
Right.
for 2017. So
If I go in and re-enroll or change my plan today and hit the enter button and everything's approved, when does my coverage start?
Well, today is the 8th. Oh, February 1.
Okay, so it doesn't matter between now and January 31st, February 1.
No.
No. Ooh, okay.
So
Explain
if you
that.
enroll anywhere between the 1st and the 15th of every month, your coverage will start the very next month.
Gotcha.
The 1st of the month. The 16th until the end of the month, your coverage will roll over 1 month and go to the next month.
Okay.
So, for example, if somebody enrolls on January 16th, they won't have coverage February 1. It'll be March 1.
So really, you have until January 31st, but it'd be most beneficial to do it by the 15th.
Right. It really would. So
Yeah.
that your coverage will be effective February 1.
Yes, yes. Then you're not waiting a month and a half, kind of holding your
Right.
breath and crossing your fingers that nothing
Right.
bad happens.
That's right.
Okay. That is such good information.
Yeah.
See, that's why we have these ladies on tonight. They're doing great things. So go ahead and relook at that plan. You can still sign up. Kentucky, some big changes there. We have plenty of Kentucky viewers. So what do those folks need to know?
Well, Kentucky's state-based marketplace is no more, and that was the Connect website. So you would go through healthcare.gov to sign up now. So that's the healthcare.gov website. It's the same website we've been using in Tennessee, and do the application on there, or call the marketplace and do it that way. And they do have, navigators, in-person assisters in Kentucky. None of our folks work in Kentucky, but they do have them. So if you're in Kentucky and you want in-person assistance,
It's
please,
available.
yes, and
Right.
you can go online to healthcare.gov and find somebody in your area to help you. So
Sure.
Okay, good enough. We have Keith waiting on the line. Keith, thanks for being with us tonight. What is your question?
Yes, ma'am. My wife and I are sort of in a unique situation as far as our health care goes, and I was hoping that you guys could help us out. My wife and I are both under 26, and we are both still covered under our parents. They have excellent insurance plans through their employers. However, we just had a baby this past year, so we're trying to get coverage for her. And we had done so through the healthcare.gov application and had Blue Cross Blue Shield and was fine with our coverage and our deductible and our premium and everything. But when they dropped that and we went back on to get a similar policy through one of the insurances that are still on there, the premiums have risen quite a bit. So we're looking at, somebody had told us to look at Cover Kids, and I was wondering if there's any information that you guys could tell us about that.
That is a unique situation, it would seem. So what's your advice?
Yeah, so your income, your household of 3 people now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And so your income it's well above 20. Are you between 20 and 4 or an 80?
Our household income is about $45,000 a year.
Okay, yeah. So you're right, between 200% and 250% of the federal poverty level
so
limit.
the baby
So
should be
the baby
eligible.
should, the baby should still be eligible for the TennCare.
Cover Kids.
Cover Kids.
Yeah.
The Cover Kids.
That's what I had looked up online, and I had seen that when I had talked to a representative on the healthcare marketplace and tried to figure out why that application was denying us coverage for that. We couldn't get it figured out, and I felt like I was talking to a robot and could never get anywhere.
we're not robots.
Yeah. Have you tried to apply directly through Cover Kids? An application
I
to do
don't
it?
know where to go now.
Are you in
so I'm not
Tennessee?
really sure.
I mean,
How do I do that?
Are you in Nashville? Because I can sit down and
It's
help you.
north of Nashville in Robertson County.
Okay. Roberts, it's like Springfield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Greenbrier.
Yeah. Well, do we have anybody in Robertson County?
Right now, no, I think Bordeaux would probably be the closest.
Oh,
maybe, or,
okay. kind of Ashland City area.
We can definitely
why
help
don't
you either
call
over the phone
the 844
or in
number?
person.
Because we could actually help you get that Cover Kids application submitted.
And
Okay.
there it is right there, Keith, is the 844-644-5443. So do me a favor, call that first thing in the morning and get an appointment with a navigator set up.
Yes.
Okay, I will do.
Keith, thank you for calling in. Best to you and your little family.
Thank you guys.
All right, thank you so very much. We're going to take another quick break. More of your questions when we come back talking about the Affordable Care Act. Stay with us.